Hey there. Welcome to Show 'em the Door.
That's 4 shoulder touches.
Yeah, off the bat.
Right off the bat.
Welcome to Show 'em the Door, a podcast that is being replaced by Willem drinking water ASMR. Did you like that?
No, I didn't like that. I was like, how are you introducing us today, Willem? And he said, you'll see. And then my man pulled out the water bottle. I can't believe it.
I did what I had to do. It was either that or the presented to you by 2 guys that only saw the field with the marching band. And I thought that one would be better.
I liked that one more.
The marching band?
No, I like the water.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Chris happens to be the what's it called? Marching? You were the
drum major.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was the drum major.
We can get off of marching band, please.
He fell one time during competition. It was so funny. It's on YouTube somewhere.
Please move off the topic. I'm begging.
So we're here. We're doing stuff.
As you guys may notice, we're rocking Show 'em the Door crew neck sweatshirts. Hold on, Willem, stand up and model for us. Willem is the best model I know. Please actually let him see the graphic. Show 'em the door with a little microphone in the middle.
I don't know if they can see from here.
Yeah, maybe
that might have been on the frame.
Okay, well, Willem was dancing. Also, Willem, turn around, be like a weird pivot. Okay, now squat down a little bit more. A little bit more. Okay, you see the Azzinnaro on the back?
Yes.
Hey. These were brought to you by my lovely girlfriend Olivia. I love you. I hope you're doing well. This episode is dedicated to you. So you get all of Willem drinking water at the start. I'm so glad.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about now.
Today's gonna be. I hope it's a little bit gonna be like last week in the sense of. We're gonna talk about the 2 men's basketball games and the 2 women's basketball games that happened this week. But other than that, it's gonna be Willem and I rambling for 30, 40 minutes we do every week.
True.
So yeah, Willem, do you have any other comments?
I do. I certainly do. First of all, thanks, Olivia. I've wore this literally 5 of the 6 past days.
That's true.
Yeah, because I got it on Friday. I wore it Friday. I wore it Saturday.
Which is bottle flip.
I wore it Sunday.
Fuck.
You suck. I wore it Monday.
Mm-hmm.
I wore it Tuesday. I didn't wear it Wednesday.
Oh,
wearing
wow.
it today. 6 of the last 5 of the last 6.
This is the podcast brought to you by a man who never does his laundry.
Hey,
Christopher
man.
Conway.
No. I
a dirty individual.
I do
and
my
Christopher
laundry.
Conway.
I just really enjoy this.
I really enjoy it too. It's very comfortable. It also it's lined with fleece on the inside.
Mad comfortable.
It was warm. We were in the we were wearing these on Tuesday actually to go to this speech presentation thing. I was burning up in that room. I am telling you, I was sweating.
Yeah, watching the people talk about stuff, I was like,
yeah, it was rough. But do you have anything else?
I do, yeah.
Okay, we have more.
If you're following the Instagram, which I imagine you would be, why wouldn't you? You should.
At Show 'em the Door.
At Show 'em the Door.
Oh shoot. If we had an editing guy, I'd be like, Show 'em the Door to pop up right here.
We don't have
we don't have an editing guy.
If you are an editing guy and you want to do it for free,
yeah, please hit us up.
Hit us up.
Right now I do all the editing, which is not a good idea.
So if you follow us on Instagram, that was a bad throw. You may have noticed our recent stories involving the Cheddars saga, right? So the first mention of Cheddars on the podcast was really bad.
Yeah,
was when I said that defense and freshman talent were 2 of my favorite things under Cheddar's Scratch Kitchen.
True.
And if you don't know what Cheddars is at this point,
you're not watching the podcast
honestly,
enough.
Imagine an Olive Garden that serves burgers.
Imagine an Olive Garden, but instead of everything that makes an Olive Garden, think of a Texas Roadhouse.
What? That's so disrespectful to Cheddars. That's horrifying.
It's true though.
What?
It's like Texas Roadhouse is an equal level American as Olive Garden is Italian, in my opinion.
Okay, so think of an Olive Garden, and Olive Garden's like a sit-down place where you eat food. It's regarded as like a pretty good place. You know
what do you eat there, Willem?
What?
What do you eat there?
The Olive Garden?
Food.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I thought it was something else.
But imagine instead of Italian food, you eat American food. That's Cheddars.
To me,
it's so good.
To me, that's Texas Roadhouse.
Texas Roadhouse is like here compared to Cheddars.
That's disrespectful to take people.
Okay, sure, it might be good, but how much more like...
Are you saying because it's not as high class as Cheddars?
Yeah.
Because Cheddars is particular.
It's a nicer place compared to Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah, okay.
I went to Cheddars after I got into Vanderbilt.
That may say more about you than Cheddars.
So that's what Cheddars is. That's the long explanation.
They DM'd us.
So I said that. And then we made the Cheeseman Cheddars joke, which Chris is very proud of.
The legendary Cheeseman Cheddars joke of yore.
Of lore.
I said of yore.
And that's incorrect. It's of lore.
I know.
So then we last time said, welcome to Show 'em the Door, the only podcast actually sponsored by Cheddars, trying to speak it into existence.
Right.
I put that up on the Instagram. And they slid up on that story.
And they said, we're giving you millions of dollars.
They're like,
no.
Mr. and Mr. Cheddar now. Simple. Yeah. We are Cheddar.
So yeah, they actually bought my house.
Yeah. I'm actively owned by the Cheddars Corporation.
I'm a propriety of the Cheddars.
We're reading scripts that like Cheddar's guys are holding right there.
Yeah,
like
we're at gunpoint.
That's it. We're no longer acting on our own will.
Right.
We are being controlled by the puppet master that is Cheddars.
That is Mr. Ched.
Mr. Cheddar.
That's actually what Mr. C stands for.
Cheddar.
Yeah.
So they said, though it is the giving season, we don't really give sponsorships.
Which is weird. We're not.
Thanks for being big fans, though.
The thing
is, I was like, okay, whatever.
Like, sponsorship, it's a trade of goods and services. They give us the good as in monetary value.
Money?
And we give them free advertising, which I guess we're doing anyway. But
dang,
that's not the point.
Paid for this.
Yeah.
So I say to them, okay, I appreciate you. When you want to come crawling back to me, you know where to find me. That's what I said to Cheddars. They saw it, haven't responded.
Did you actually say that?
I didn't use the words crawling back to me.
What did you
say? I said, when you change your mind, I'll be here. And that's exactly what I told Cheddars.
I sent Willem a picture as soon as he got that, and it was like a blurry sign of a Cheddars that I was near. And I was like, send this to him and be like, we're outside. We're coming in.
Give us the sponsorship. So I posted all of those on the story. So if you... So if one, don't follow us, and two, I just wanted to, give the story. It
was an eventful week for Show 'em the Door.
It really was.
On the Show 'em the Door podcast Instagram page.
I'm gonna go to a Cheddars and be like, all right,
I'm Show 'em the Door.
Give me the food. I don't know what the
process
is for me owning this establishment, but I'm pretty sure it's
so here we have a DM from them that says we actually are owners now.
Yeah.
So
what they actually typed is we don't give sponsorships, but if you read between the lines,
they're just playing hard to get.
Oh my gosh. That's
okay, so now that we've had
podcast
our first
presented to you by No Means No.
Willem, what does no mean?
No.
Thank God.
Thanks God.
Thanks God.
So
moving to Vanderbilt sports, as that is the main focus, theoretically, of this podcast, we had 2 men's basketball games versus SMU and then Temple. We lost both of them.
Did we really?
Yeah, we lost both.
I didn't realize we lost the Temple.
Yeah, we lost in overtime.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I forgot about it.
So versus SMU.
Those were our second and third losses this season, right?
Yeah, we're 5-3.
Nah.
So we played SMU. We were predicted as 8.5 point underdogs. And then we come into halftime. We're up 40-18. We're absolutely smacking them. It was gorgeous. And I remember I wasn't watching the game, actually, which is maybe, again, me being a bad podcast host. But I wasn't watching the game, but I've done some research. And I remember I looked at the box score at that time, and I said, oh my gosh, maybe we're just good. And I wasn't worried at all. and I was ready, like, I was mentally preparing how, like, Scottie Pippen ended up with 29 points. So I was like, man, he's already shooting well. I'm just going to have to talk about how good Scottie Pippen is for the next 40 minutes of the podcast.
Evidently.
And then I checked the end score, and we lost by 12. And I was like, no, we lost by, like, 14. And I'm sitting here and
That
I'm like,
22 points.
yeah,
swing.
and I'm like, what happened? I need to understand what happened.
See, the issue is in basketball, if you don't score points,
you can't win the game.
and they score 24 points more than you in a period of time,
Yep,
you're probably going to lose basketball games.
true. And we certainly are about a 500 team before conference play. You know, it's important to note that we have 2 projected starters out for injury.
That I didn't know.
I did.
Yeah, 10 minutes ago.
No, I learned that 3 days ago. I just didn't know what their names were, their stats, until 10 minutes ago. Anywho, so, I mean, SMU was disappointing. It happens.
Simply.
And then we went and played Temple, and we lost to them by 4 in overtime. It's just the main issue that it seems with our basketball team isn't the fact that we can't play defense. We actually play defense well.
Yeah.
It's the fact that when Pippen is on the floor and when Jordan Wright is like off his game, we can't score points.
Ever at all.
Like there is never. We can't reliably score at any phase of the game.
Yeah.
Which is
like we've got guys that can do stuff like Miles Studi, Tyron Lawrence,
Jermaine Man.
Yeah, Jermaine, whose name I thought was Jermaine, but it's Jermaine, which is pretty cool. But like, no, I thought it was. Even Trey Thomas and guys like that, Gabe Dorsey, they can.
Man put up 15 in the Temple game.
Really?
Yeah, this
Trey
bottle
Thomas
part 2.
or,
Dang it. I'll get one of those by the end of the podcast.
just like how you're gonna do an ollie one of these days.
I'm the next Tony Hawk. If y'all didn't know, this is a podcast presented to you by Tony Hawk 2.0 and Willem Azzinnaro. So, just to let y'all know.
I don't have my skateboard on me right now.
Or else I'd do an ollie on camera.
Yeah, I'd put it on the table and be like, all right.
I'd do it.
On the table.
Not
So,
on the
like,
table.
we have these guys that'll put in points, like, if they can, and, like,
Which they don't.
they just don't sometimes.
Yeah.
Miles Studi had, 2 points that game?
He had 2 and 3 points in the Temple and SMU games. Bum! I'm just playing.
Like,
No, I'm just playing.
what?
I'm just playing. He's
He
a
put
good
up
player.
20 the game before.
Right, like he is.
And then he puts up 2?
He's like a streaky shooter.
I don't understand. What was he, like 1 for 6?
1 for 4 and 1 for 5, I think.
Man! I don't get it. Like, he's our guy. Like,
Yep.
and then people like, Quentin and
Q.
Q.
Laura Brown.
And then like Tyron Lawrence and dudes like that. That like, we kind of need their contributions to this team to win.
We're not getting them.
And we just don't get them sometimes, which is weird because like the last 4 games, I think we've probably had 3 different leading scorers.
No,
Jordan Wright.
It's been Pip.
Not
pretty
every game.
much. The last 2 have.
Excluding the last 2. The last 3.
So excluding the week that we're reviewing right now.
Previous to this week, the last 3,
Okay.
before these 2 losses, our leading scorer, I believe, was Jordan Wright.
Yes.
And then it was Scottie Pippen. And then it was Miles Studi.
Yeah.
So the last 3 games before, we've had 3 different scores. We got guys that have the potential to put up 28, 20, 18, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then they just put up 2. Simply.
So yeah, we're just inconsistent to say the least, but I'm not really too worried. We're not supposed to be this top 25 team, so losing games to like SMU, who has always been a pretty solid contributor in basketball, I'm not really all that pressed. I wish we didn't lose to Temple. That's kind of odd. But I mean, like, as we can get our starters back throughout SEC play, maybe we can get some good wins and maybe make a run in the tournament if we get there.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Anyway, that's pretty much it for men's basketball. Do you have anything for Anything for women's?
No, I have nothing to say. Not a word. So we played 2 games as well in women's basketball. And when I say we, I do mean we, as in me.
Willem was on the court.
I'm out there. Balling. I've been balling out, to quote Waka Flocka Flame.
A good person to quote.
I've been balling out. You know that song?
No, I don't.
You don't know that song?
Nope.
All right, whatever. So, 2 games.
2 games.
We played Kansas.
Kansas.
Indeed. They are not a top 25 team, but like it's Kansas. You know what I mean? They're a real team. They're a tier 1 win.
Are they?
Yeah.
Cool.
So we were winning at the half. If I look here, they scored 4 points in the second quarter, Kansas.
Man, our defense
compared
was
to our 16.
raw defense.
Like, we, at halftime, it was 19 to 28.
That's like a 9-point difference.
Great job, Chris. Math. We were really winning.
Yep.
And then they outscored us 27 to 15 in the third quarter. 27 points?
You know,
They hadn't put up 27 points all game.
maybe we're just bad at the game of basketball. How much did Cheeseman put up? That's the real question.
That's the real question. We'll
That's-
get there.
the
Hold on.
thing
We'll get
is,
there. That always brings to close.
Oh yeah,
Each
but
game.
just as a note to our audience, whilst I care about our women's basketball team winning every game, I think if Cheeseman put up like 30 a game, I wouldn't care.
We could go 0-24 on the season, but
And
if
if
Cheeseman
Cheeseman-
puts up 30 with consistency,
If Cheeseman's like an SEC first team All-American, I would be so happy.
I'm buying a jersey.
Dude, do you
Getting
think we
the Cheeseman
can?
jersey.
What number is she? I'm
11.
making like a Vanderbilt basketball jersey with number 11 that just says Cheeseman on the back. I'm gonna be her biggest fan.
Let's see if they sell jerseys.
I don't think that they do, but we can.
Why not?
I
We
mean,
can make one.
Yeah, we can make one.
We can have
I
make us
yeah,
one.
no,
in the
Olivia's gonna be
sweatshop.
like, you want me to make you a jersey for a different girl?
That's exactly what she's
that's
saying.
exactly what she's gonna. She's gonna
That's
be
so
like,
funny.
you're her biggest fan, and that's gonna be. I'm gonna hear that. I'm gonna hear about that later.
So, you know, it happens, you know.
It does.
We put up a
And
good
do-
showing in the first half against a really good team. Kind of got obliterated in the second half.
Yeah, that's how growth teams work.
Yeah, for sure. Because we have a brand new coach, some young people on the roster, all that good stuff. It's a growing team. Thanks, Chris. And to address 3 more points. The last one is Cheeseman. But there are 2 other
Why
points.
you-
To address. There are 2 other points to address first. First, Brene Alexander,
Brene.
in my Rocks for Jocks class,
Okay.
is an absolute unit. She put up 23 points.
Why don't you get her on the pod?
I don't know if I have that class again. I might have it tomorrow. I'll like throw stuff at her and be like,
Yes, and be like, psst, psst, psst.
on our podcast. Throw my computer.
Absolutely. Be like, Brene.
My water's on the ground.
I'm sorry.
Man. Okay,
For
so
the bit.
for the comedy. Small price to pay.
A small price to
For
pay for salvation.
So, Brene Alexander put up 23 points. She may have had 5 fouls, but that's besides the point.
Did she foul out?
She played 31 minutes. Of course she did. She shot 9 of 17,
Menace.
3 of 7 threes, 2 of 2 free throws. She had 5 rebounds and 2 assists and 3 steals.
Woman was filling up the stat sheet.
Absolute unit.
Unit. You?
Knit. This is like the 4th game in a row where I'm like, dang, Brent Alexander did pretty darn well.
Yeah. Just spit everywhere. Why did you do that? That's gonna be the thumbnail.
Dang it. And looking, she's a senior. Dang. So she'll be leaving.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
Which is sad, man.
She'll be leaving this earth.
She'll be leaving this earth. Like, dang, I really would like her to stay on our team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe she'll have another year of eligibility because of like, weird stuff. You know what I mean? Like that.
Yeah. I mean, like if she's doing
Fingers crossed. But like, hey man, at least we have her killing it now.
True.
And to address a second point, last week this just popped into my head, and I said it last time. Bella LaChance. I was like, why is she not playing? She's a dog. She has played now. She started in the Chattanooga game, which I didn't know, and she started the Kansas game.
Was she putting up points?
Well, she played 7 minutes, which is confusing to me because she was a starter.
I mean, they probably heard your.
They're like, we gotta give her a chance.
Yeah. What chance?
So,
peak comedy.
Peak comedy. They gave her a chance.
That was bad.
And
it was my pun, but it was still bad.
Yeah, it really was. So she put up a grand total of nothing.
Damn.
Like, I'm looking at this box score, and I gotta hide the
Cheeseman results.
But look at this: 0 for 0, everything. 0 rebounds.
Man, she really didn't even play.
Assists.
She didn't play.
0 steals, 0 blocks, 0 turnovers, 0 fouls, 0 points.
She didn't do nothing.
She didn't do anything.
She was out. She was out in the corner.
True. Then again, Brynn Alexander was doing all that. When one teammate's absolutely going off, your other guys are gonna have 2, and 3 and 10.
And dead.
Well,
that's not like a really solid contribution to the team.
No, it like what I'm saying is when one guy goes off, the other guys don't put up as much because one person's having a game. When Scottie Pippen puts up 28, what's everybody else putting up?
Like 8.
Yeah, because they're giving Scottie Pippen the ball.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Pip.
You got to feed Brene. So looking at this box score, it's kind of weird because like one of our starting forwards put up 2 points.
Dub.
Brene put up 23. Mm-hmm. Bella put up 0. Demi Washington put up 12. Jordan Cambridge put up 10. And then like I'm looking at these backups. Ayanna Moore played 32 minutes off the bench.
Probably because of LaChance.
Why didn't they just start her?
Maybe LaChance like injured herself in the game.
Oh man, that'd be sad.
Yeah, and that would make sense.
True.
Can we get to the Cheeseman results?
Okay. So Christopher.
Yes.
Guess. I would like you to guess.
How many minutes did she play?
Well, she didn't.
She didn't play at all?
She didn't play at all. The Florida Gatorade Player of the Year in high school.
Dang. I need more Cheeseman minutes. I'm going to send a heavily worded email.
This was interesting. Briley Bartram,
yes,
who's like a starter all the time, played 4 minutes off the bench.
She's going through it. Her presentation today in 2100, I have some friends in the group, and they were like, she didn't even respond to any of our emails or texts. She did literally nothing. And like...
slandering the program.
No, the thing is that she's probably... doing some stuff with basketball. I'm not even trying to be like she was bad because like she's always been very helpful. No, I'm not dissing Briley. She's always been very like into it whenever we were doing projects and stuff. So I'm sure she's just having a little bit of a rough week, and that might be translating onto the court.
Well, she played 4 minutes. I don't get it. Like here are our bench minutes. Sasha Washington 11 points. Chambers 4 points. Flournoy. Am I saying that? Am I reading this right? Flournoy, 10 minutes. Briley, 4 minutes. And then Ayanna Moore, 32 minutes. So, like, we had a couple people barely coming off the bench. Mm-hmm. And then we had people playing, like, 29 minutes, 31 minutes, 37 minutes, 35 minutes, 32 minutes.
Yeah.
We were really keeping them on the court. And maybe that's why we kind of ran out of gas in the end.
Yeah.
Because we just had the same people out there for 37 minutes. Demi Washington played like 37 minutes of that game. That's so much basketball.
How many? Is it 48 minutes?
Yeah. That's a lot, man.
Dang, she played more than 3/4.
True. Good math, Chris.
Thank you. Off dome.
Yeah, good stuff. So like,
we didn't do well against Kansas.
Confusing game, but we almost won. It only ended up being a 7-point game.
True.
Not bad at all. Good. It's a nice step in the right direction, in my opinion.
Right. So what was our next game?
Then we played Albany.
Yep. It's the capital of New York.
That I did know. It's not. Hold on. Is it Albany or Albany?
Albany.
What do you think they say in the actual city?
Albany.
How do you know?
I've been to New York.
Sorry.
Yeah, L.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. So, the Albany game was
we won.
just pretty solid throughout it. We just led from like 3 minutes into the game until the end of the game.
All right, so we just kind of curb stomped them.
Yeah, like we just won,
Okay, cool.
and it wasn't.
Was there anything notable in the box?
Well, let's look, shall we?
Yep.
Wow. Their starting forwards' names, like, holy moly. Hagerstrand. That's a long last name. That's a dope name, though. Anyways, sorry, my bad. Oh, yes, Kendall Cheeseman.
She played?
She played.
How many minutes?
Hold on. We'll get there. Calm yourself now. So, wow, this is interesting. We didn't shoot all that well this game, but we won. Forgot to say that. It was 52-41. Low scoring game. You know, we shot 37% from the field. So it was not a great offensive showing, but we won, so that's all that matters. Our leading scorer was, again, Brene Alexander with 17. Dog. She may have had another 3 fouls, but that's okay.
She's that, like, menace on the court that just played, like, she's, like, played football her whole life.
NBA young boy.
Yeah, NBA young boy type player.
So I'm looking at these minutes. This is the first thing that, like, jumps out to me. 37 minutes. 39 minutes. 7. 19. 32. And then Ayanna Moore off the bench again. 31 minutes. Kendall Cheeseman, 6 minutes.
6 minutes? I'm guessing 2 points.
She didn't take a shot. But she got an offensive and a defensive rebound.
That's big.
To total, 2 rebounds.
Any assists?
No. So
I still
in her
want her on
6
the
minutes.
pod.
Yeah, for real. So, you know, interesting. Bella LaChance started again.
Dub.
7 minutes again.
Part 2. She's probably coming back from an injury and they're working her way in.
Might be true.
Yeah. We'll research it.
I didn't think about that. We'll see. We'll do some investigative journalism. So, you know, good stuff. Kaylin Smith got 11 rebounds this game.
That's like...
Holy moly, Jordan Cambridge had 10 steals. Is that real?
That's a lot of steals.
Look at that.
I believe you. Yeah.
Wow, she had 10 points, 10 steals. She had a double-double off of steals. That's insane.
The fact is that if she just, like, played more, she probably could have had a quadruple-double.
Well, she played 32 minutes.
Never mind. If she just, like, actually wanted to rebound the ball and pass the ball...
She got 5 rebounds and 4 assists. She's Draymond Green. This is insane.
Draymond Green of women?
Pretty much.
Does she look like a donkey? That's what Draymond Green looks like.
Yes, that's such a weird thing to say.
Man looks like a mule.
No, she does not look like a donkey. Here's Jordan.
Okay, very not donkey.
Very, very, very not
Very
donkey.
normal girl.
Yeah, looks like a human being.
Looks like a person.
Draymond
Green does not look like a person.
Draymond Green, an ugly dude.
He's an ugly dude. He look and sound like donkey.
Albany shot 4 free throws.
Only?
Simply just 4.
How many fouls did we have in the whole game?
16.
Maybe they just are terrible.
They just didn't shoot free throws. That's weird. But we won that game. It was kind of weird, but, like, you know, it is what it is. It's still a dub.
Yep.
But our defense, good stuff. That's what I'm getting from this. We had 17 steals in that game. Never mind the fact we had 0 blocks. But we held them to 41 points. They may not be a high-powered team, Albany, but we still held them to 41. We put up 52. I think if we can get our offense clicking...
We can be a very good team.
Yeah, we can be, you know, an offensive powerhouse like we are a defensive powerhouse.
True.
Give us some time. So, like, you know, interesting stuff. Demi Washington only played 19 minutes. Shot 1 for 4 2 points. I don't know why she didn't get that much playing time, because usually she has 30 minutes a game.
Yeah.
We just simply didn't play her as much. Well, we didn't really need to, so it is what it is. So now it's time to guess the Cheeseman averages. At this point in the season, what do you think Cheeseman averages in terms of points, rebounds, assists, and field goal percentage?
So I'm going to say she averages roughly 1.3 points a game. Averages maybe 1.7 rebounds a game, and 0.6 assists, while shooting 37% from the field.
I can't remember any of your guesses, but she made 2 points a game, solid, which is more than you. You underestimate her power. 1.9 rebounds, 0.1 assists off of 42.9% shooting.
Yeah, pretty much all of hers were better, except I gave her more assist credit.
Yeah, true. Briley Bartram also didn't play that game, which is interesting. But besides the point, I suppose. Our next game is against Presbyterian.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you our next game.
Which is not a, really good team, so that should be a dub. For men's basketball, we play tomorrow night, Friday.
Loyola Chicago.
Which is actually a good team. So
I will assassinate Sister Jean.
We're taking her out. It's over. We're taking out Sister Jean. Sorry.
The Catholic Church, get out of here. It's the Pope, Sister Jean, everybody else. And we're taking out that middle management.
Okay, so while Chris is under investigation for hate crimes, I'm going to be at the game.
Yeah, we're going to be at the game.
Yeah, for sure.
We get tacky shirts if you show up early for the first 250
because
people.
Then what if they go to the game? We don't get our shirts.
All 20 of our viewers.
Yes. What if they beat us and get the last shirts? I wasn't gonna tell.
We're gonna show up at 5.
Yeah, we're gonna camp outside. We're actually gonna go there right after we film this.
The reason the reason we're getting there so early is because last time there was an event where we could have gotten a free piece of apparel.
Spencer Jones misled us.
No. I mean, sure, but let's remember the fact I said we're gonna get here at 4:30 because the doors open at 4:45. And so when we get there at 5, like Spencer Jones said, they're out of jerseys.
Okay, you're getting the times wrong, too.
Okay, but the point is we got there 15 minutes after open. And I want to get there, at the opening, if not, 5-10 minutes before. And you were like, no, that's way too early, Chris.
Not what I said. Is that what I sound like?
Yes.
My voice is way higher pitched than that.
True. But the point is that it is Willem's fault that we didn't get jerseys. I'm pretty upset about it.
No, hold on. Okay. Well, I appreciate your side of the story. It's wrong. And you're incorrect. Sorry. You're not just stupid. You're wrong. So what had happened was we collectively made the plan to show up at 4.
Was it that early?
Yes. I remember this.
Okay.
And we were like, we're going to get the jerseys, watch maybe 3 seconds of the game, and then we're going to go because Olivia was coming to pick you up.
Well, yeah, I was going to go for sure, yeah.
And then maybe I was going to say the game, but so instead, I go to class next day after we make the plan, and Rhea tells Spencer that we planned on getting there at 4, and he was like, that's so early. We don't even start batting practice that early. We start batting practice at 20 after. He's like, show up at 4:30. And I'm like, as someone that's actively a part of the program, he's 6'7". You're not going to listen to what he says?
No.
I do what I'm told when they're 6'7" and Spencer Jones. You know what I mean?
Reason?
I'm like,
okay, continue.
Yes, sir. So I was like, hey, whatever. And so I go home and I'm like, all right, Chris. Spencer says they don't even start batting practice that early. He says show up at 4:30. And I was like, okay. And you were like, okay. We got there at 4:30.
They were out.
Like, yeah, we don't have any more. You can take this pin if you want. And I'm like, man. Spencer lied to us. We took the pins.
The thing is
then we went in and we saw the Nationals guy behind us. We saw the Royals guy sitting one seat behind me. I was going to ask him if they allow
walk-ons. Yeah.
They're like, hey, can I join the program? And then up walks Tristan McKenzie, and I'm like, ooh. And I got a picture with him, and it's great.
True.
So, like, it wasn't an absolute waste. I got the pin. I put it on our flag. And
It wasn't a waste. Like, I enjoyed it.
We just didn't get the jersey.
And the thing is it would be so cool
And I
if we
blame
had-
Spencer.
I blame you, to be honest with you.
What?
You
were the one that
wholeheartedly
listened
blame
to
you.
me. You could have overridden this. You make the decisions.
You know what? This man came to me and said, this is what we're going to do. And I said, oh,
No,
okay.
I said this is what Spencer says we should do.
And the implicit message is saying this is what we're going to do.
Okay, you could have easily said, I feel like that'll be too late. And then I'm like, yeah, okay, you're right.
I still blame you. Nevertheless, it would be cool if we could have, like, this is obviously our jersey for the pod, and it has Spencer Jones's signature on the back. But it would be kind of cool if we could, like, layer, like, the gray one that we would have gotten along with the solid black one that you have. And it would be, like, a cool, like, collection of baseball jerseys on the table.
True.
Just an idea.
We're also going to have our second guest sign it, which is a little weird because he doesn't play baseball. But you know what?
It'll be fine.
What are we going to do?
Well, I'll have him sign the helmet.
That's not our helmet.
Yeah, no, we're definitely making him sign the jersey because I want the jersey with all the signatures.
True. How dope would that be?
That'd be so sick. Anyway, but I think that's, do we have any notes at the end of the podcast, or do we have anything else, Willem? I don't think I do.
I don't believe so. We got one last episode coming next week.
Yeah.
That'll conclude what we're calling season 1.
Yes. On I think everywhere that we are distributing our podcasts, it has a playlist called Season 1.
Really?
Yeah. I have a playlist definitely on YouTube for sure that I put every one of them into Season 1. And then I'll be making a Season 2 for next semester, so that'll be fun.
Yeah, so we do seasons as semesters, just
yeah. And so Season 2, we kind of expect it to be a little bit more, there's going to be more episodes because it took so long to get everything set up, but now that it is, it's going to be better. Also, we'll have so much more to talk about because we'll essentially have 3-game series of baseball every single week to talk about.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
And basketball in the very beginning.
Yeah,
So
I mean through March even.
Yeah, for real.
Like we'll have 2 full months of basketball along with baseball.
When did baseball start?
February. We all have 1 full month of them together. Because
we're not playing in March in basketball.
Well,
hey, we'll see though.
We'll see. It'll be nice. It'll be fun. It'll be spicy. With Willem and I, everything's an adventure.
True. So
one last bottle flip. One last bottle flip.
That's all, folks.
Thank you to everybody that supports us. We really appreciate every single view that we get, and we love making this stuff for you guys. So
true. Also, if you want to buy one of these shirts, they're not for sale, but like,
if we get a bunch of interest,
they could be.
Maybe.
I've been asked by a few people, and I was like, "Hey, man,
we'll see."
For 3 easy payments of $75.55, this could be yours.
It's like $227.
Exactly. How much do you think it costs to make one of these?
I don't know.
This is a nice.
Yeah, I don't know how much the Kernights are, but it was just her labor, our sweatshop worker.
We're organizing a sweatshop today.
Yeah, we pay her 5 cents. We throw a nickel at her.
Sure.
Just anyway.
You're like.
But yeah, so thank you guys. We appreciate you. And we'll be back next week for the finale of season 1 of Show 'em the Door. Bye, guys.